Morning. So today I'm going to go over the biggest mental mistakes that I make in competitive shooting. Um, you can have the fastest draw, you can have the quickest stage run, you can have great hits, but if you're not doing that consistently throughout the entire match, you're not going to win. All right, you might have a stage win or so, but you're not going to win the overall. So a big problem for me is I'm a chatterbox and I'm real friendly, and I like to shoot on squads with my buddies, and there's some things that kind of get in the way there. So we'll go over some of it today and how you can mitigate it and still have fun. All right. It's all about finding that perfect balance in the sport as a whole, whether it's your splits, whether it's your transitions, whether it's your movements, or whether it's just shutting the heck up two people before you go to shoot to go over your stage in your head. All right. I've had good stages, I've had bad stages, and whenever I first started shooting, I really let the bad stages get in my head more than anything. I would carry that with me to the next stage, and then I'd be overthinking it, and that would cause me to have another bad stage. So not only did I have one, I have two bad stages now, right? Sometimes shooting isn't the problem. Sometimes it's little stuff like you didn't get enough sleep, you didn't eat properly that morning, you didn't dry fire that morning or the day before, you haven't dry fired all week. Those are mental issues that you have to assess and address as you come into it. Most mistakes happen between the ears and the gray. A lot of us are smooth brain. Brain's supposed to have wrinkles. Sorry, not sorry. We'll go over some of the mistakes I've noticed on my own throughout my competition career, especially my last couple of matches. They're little things that I'm tightening up and slowly getting there. I just had an 11th place finish this past weekend. It was a classifier match. Don't roast me. All right. If you shoot a stage slower than you thought you were going to shoot it, that's okay. All right. Just because you didn't anticipate every little thing, you need to recover from that and assess, because you can't control everything. So a lot of times what I've done is stage before I realized my draw was slow, so I was like, and just wasn't good for anybody, right? So I was trying to speed up my draw on the next stage, fumbled my draw. It was bad. I'm sad I don't have video of it, but I go up and I'm like, just be slow, methodical. With that comes that muscle memory, and then you have the speed. All right. So like I said before, find your spot right here on your holster. Once you find your spot, ride that to the top, get your grip down, go from there. Okay. Overdriving my transitions. So mentally, I'm not thinking about what I should be doing. So whenever you're transitioning, you should be moving your eyes first and then your gun. Okay. I tend to move my gun first and then my eyes because mental issues, and I'm fucking stupid sometimes. So I will pink pink, and that's how you're supposed to do it. That's how you're properly supposed to do it. But during live fire and during a match, this is what I'll do. And all right, I'll show you on this one, right? So if I'm transitioning from this steel to that USPSA target, I'll just transition the gun over without looking first. That's a problem. So I'm off the side of the target, and I have to come back, right? Overdriving the gun is a big issue. You normally don't have it on things you can see. Some of the ones outside of your field of vision that you have the issue with the transitions on, all right? So overdriving the gun on transitions is a problem for me. It's something I'm working on, where my eyes lead, my gun follows. So as I squeeze off that second trigger, I'm already moving my head and then coming back onto target. My issue isn't shooting before I'm visually ready. Mine is taking too long. So I'll draw, put the gun on target, make sure it's on target, and then squeeze, right? So I'm making sure I'm in the A zone. And you can look at my last 5 matches, I'm high alpha, all right? Phenomenal. But I'm slow because I'm over confirming my shots, okay? When I work on this, if it's shooting faster instead of my splits, right? So as soon as that dot goes on target, I pull the trigger, right? Now there is a downside to that. Sometimes you shoot before you're not visually ready, but I have to work on as soon as that dot hits that target, click, click, all right? It's a mistake that I keep making. I've got to dial it in to where it's in the happy medium. Again, everything's about balance in this sport. You can't recover from a bad stage by shooting badly on the next stage. The only way you can recover from a bad stage is to not think about it, all right? Revisit it after the match, realize what you did wrong, fix it next time, okay? I normally have a terrible first stage for some reason. I probably should warm up, do like a 20 alpha or something before the match starts, but my first stage is normally slow. My hits have kind of been there recently, but my stage is normally slow. Slower than my average anyways. So after that, I'll have like 2-3 good stages. And then like by the end of the match, I guess I'm so gassed, I'm so hot, I'm tired, I'm cranky, I'm hungry, that I just let it all slip away and I have a bad stage, right? I need to work on that, not gassing out after stage 4 or 5, okay? So I guess it's an endurance thing. I might need to take a blue chew or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out, okay? I haven't had too many no-shoots and mics as of late, but at the beginning of my USPSA career, big issues I was having was I would make a mistake, right, where I would miss a target or whatever, and then I would try to make up time and paint Delta mic or Delta mic no-shoot, okay? And that's not good for anybody. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for your score. And it just makes you get in your head more, okay? You immediately start going to well, there goes my match. I'm not even going to place in the middle of the pack, which is where I normally place. And you just let it get to you. You can't let it get to you. Don't let the bad stage run or the one bad hit get to you, okay? Calm, cool, collective. Go talk to your buddies, whatever, within reason, and let it all go. Throw in a dip, throw in an energy pouch, eat you an energy waffle, some beef jerky, drink some water, okay? You got to mentally acknowledge the stage. You got to close it off in your mind. You got to move on from it. And you got to have a good stage the next stage, all right? If you film your stages, go back after the match, watch that bad stage, realize all the little stuff you did wrong. Don't let it get to you. Just go over it, see how you can perfect it for next time, okay? Comparing myself to other shooters. Man, oh man, do I still have a major problem with this. Whenever I first started, I was comparing myself to masters and grandmasters, which is not good because I'm a D-class shooter at that time. Now I'm a C-class shooter. What's up, baby? So I was comparing myself to their speed, to their accuracy, to their reloads, everything. And I was kind of getting disheartened about it, okay? Now I don't compare myself to M's and GM's because I know I'm going to get there. But there's no point in comparing myself to them. Now I'm comparing myself to my buddies, all right? That also is a mistake in itself, right? Because a good friend of mine at this last match, he beat me in time by like 13 seconds overall in the day. I got my butt whooped by him. He did great. I'm so proud of him. He's come so far. And he was worse than me like 3 months ago. So he's making steady progress. And he's a really good shooter. And he's a really cool guy. And I was comparing myself to him all last match. I'm like, what was his stage time? What was his stage time? What was his stage time? He had deltas, mics, and a no-shoot. I believe a no-shoot. And a procedural. And he still beat me. I had no deltas, no mics, no no-shoots, no procedurals on the last match. And he still beat me. And I was comparing myself to him and getting in my head. And I think that was making me go slower. All right, instead of just sending it and calling it a day, that's what I did. Don't compare yourself to other people. It's good and fun to compete with those people and have friends that you're competing with, but don't compare yourself to them, especially not on match day, okay? It's not good for you. Always compare yourself to your last performance. your last match. You should always compare yourself to your decision making and your training progress. Okay, so get a little notebook, write down your par times for your dry fires, track those and see how much you get those down. Okay, compare your last match, Charlie's, deltas, Mike's, no shoots, procedurals, to this match's Charlie's, Mike's, deltas, no shoots, procedurals. See how you improve. That's who you compare yourself to, is yourself, not anybody else. Okay, the way I like to look at it is the guy next to me isn't my opponent. He's not someone I'm trying to beat right now. He's the guy I'm trying to be by next match. Okay, that's the best way for me to say it. So if I'm shooting next to a B class shooter, I want to be as good as that B class shooter next match. I'm going to pay attention to him and I'm going to see what he's doing and see all the little things that's making him faster than me and have better hits than me, even though most of them didn't have better hits than me. What's up? That's what I'm talking about. So it was just faster than me this last match. But when I began, it was better hits than me. All right, you guys can go back and listen to all the mics in those videos, all right? So I'm comparing myself to who I want to be in the future and not who I am standing next to. That's what I want to do. I have a problem. It's an ego problem. I'm trying to get over it, okay? It's just my mistake. Sometimes you will be shooting at a really good pace, but it feels slow because everything is just kind of falling into place and you feel like you're doing a good job, but you feel slow at it. In reality, you probably are slow compared to the top guys on the leaderboard, but if you look at the time compared to yourself, it's probably not. You're probably doing great. It just feels slow because everything's going right, okay? That's going to cause you to speed up. That's going to cause you to fumble a mag change. That's going to cause you to not pay attention to height over bore, smoke a no-shoot, throw one into hard cover, get a mic. You don't want to do any of that, okay? You want to make sure you're paying attention to what you're doing. Take it one round at a time, one target at a time, one stage at a time, all right? Don't try to speed up for the sake of speeding up. Now, if you can speed up because your hits are phenomenal, send it, boo-boo. Overthinking the stage is a major problem I had whenever I first started shooting. It's not so much of a problem now, but I still do it sometimes. Like once a match, I'll have a stage where I'm like, I think this is it, right? I think I should go from the front to the back, not the back to the front. And I'm wrong, okay? Because I'm just overthinking things. I'm overthinking where my reload should be. So, empty magazine. Those are empty as well. So, if I have a transition time where I'm running backwards, right? That's my best place to reload. But I'm also thinking about not breaking a 180 rule. I'm also thinking about if I can get the magazine out and in like I want it to. Little things that I overthink is that for sure. I overthink my transitions. So a big problem that I've kind of broken recently, but I had an issue with when I first started shooting, there would be like a wall right here, right? And it would be in front of my pistol, okay? It wouldn't be anywhere near my pistol, but I would still do this to go around the wall. Stupid, I know, but it was me double checking and making sure I was not gonna hit the wall, okay? Overthinking my transition was a big problem. Overthinking what targets to shoot first, all right? A good recommendation I can have for you is pay attention to the guys that are better than you, right? And see what they're gonna shoot first, because 9 out of 10 times they're right. Now, sometimes that won't work for you. Sometimes you will have a stage plan in your head that's better than that guy that is better than you. You still might run it slower and you still might have worse hits than him because he's been doing it for 10, 15 years, but your stage plan was probably better. And once he sees that, he'll be like, should have went with that stage plan, I'd have been so much faster. Which you're glad he didn't, because he already bodied you. It's whatever. Once you've already got the stage plan in your head, don't change it. Don't try to replan that stage while you're shooting. I had a big issue with that whenever I first started shooting. I would decide that I'm gonna shoot A, B, C, and D, and then I'm gonna go over here to the rest of them. And then buzzer would go off, and I would start at Z and work my way backwards. biggest mental mistake I made was not keeping to my stage plan. Keep to your stage plan, folks. Trying to fix everything at once was a huge issue for me. I didn't know what to fix at first, and then whenever I figured out what to fix, I was trying to just, fixing my draw, boom, fixing my reloads, fixing my transitions, fixing my movements, fixing my sight picture, fixing everything. I tried to fix everything at once, and I got nowhere. I was going nowhere. I plateaued at like a 50%, right? Focus on one thing, maybe 2 things a week that you can fix, all right? So if you're focusing on your draw, that's what you need to focus on during dry fire. If you're focusing on your transitions, that's what you need to focus on in dry fire. If you're focusing on your movements, that's what you need to focus on. Set up a ladder in your yard, do your ladders, okay? Footwork, stage planning, accuracy, all things that I all tried to do it at once, and I was overextending myself, I was overexerting myself. You can't fix everything at once. One thing at a time, send it, go from there, okay? After a match, don't just ask what my score is. Don't just go look at your scores. I'm not saying don't look at them, but that shouldn't be the only thing you do. You should be asking, was I slow? Was I inaccurate? Did I make a poor stage plan? Did I hesitate? Did I rush? Did I lose time moving? And did nerves affect me? Okay? Those are the things that you should be asking, because if you're slow, find out why you're slow. Fix those things. Fix those reasons why you're slow. All right? If you're inaccurate, find out why you're inaccurate. Find out if it's your initial shot or your follow-on shot. 9 out of 10 times, it's both of them, because you're anticipating the shot, you're anticipating that recoil, going low left. It's just what happens. Gun's gonna go bang. I know it's weird having an explosion in your hand. Send it, call it a day, okay? Just like the last one, don't try to fix everything at once. Write down 1 or 2 things that you can work on throughout the week. Work on those things, go from there. All right, don't try to overexert yourself. Another mental mistake I made was after I got my stage plan, after I did my walkthrough and I had my stage plan, I wouldn't think about it again until it was time to shoot, right? Not whenever I was not when I was in the hole, not when I was on deck, nothing. It would be when I was the shooter, I would go up there and then I would rethink about my stage plan. That didn't do me any good. There's this dude, his name's Alex Jones. His Instagram is Alex of Intrepid Defense, I believe. He said this thing. He said, whenever you're in the hole or even in the deep hole, you should be mentally going over that stage plan, figuring out exactly where you're going to engage all those targets, in what order, where your reloads are going to be, what transitions you're going to make, and when you're going to take off. All right. Little things help out a lot, but that one is the biggest thing that helped me. Alex said that, and another guy that I'm pretty good friends with, Begler, said it. Before the stage, plan, like I just said, visualize that plan, close your eyes, work through your targets, know where you're going to get your hits, know where you're going to get your reloads, all right? Relax, breathe. You should be shooting that course subconsciously, right? You shouldn't even consciously be going like, okay, I'm going to do this next. It should be subconscious. Hit that flow state, hit the zone, all right? That's how you should be shooting a stage. Easy day. At the start, forget the last stage. Don't worry about it. I don't care if you did great on it. I don't care if you did bad on it. Forget all about it. New stage, new targets, new score, okay? During your stage, eyes, process, execute, send it. That's all I got. After the stage, evaluate what you did, learn from it, move on to the next stage. Easy enough, right? I'm not trying to become the guy that never had a bad stage. I'm just trying to be the guy that doesn't let a bad stage affect him, okay? All of the people that shoot with me can attest that I'm a really happy person, especially on range days, because a bad day of shooting's better than a good day at work. I don't care who you are, you're gonna have fun shooting. I've never met someone that did not enjoy shooting guns. They can say they haven't all they want, but then they go out there and they're like, you know what, this is really fun. So don't worry about it. Your brain is the issue, right? If you're a chatterbox like me, you're spending time talking to your buddies and not going over your stage plan. You're spending time talking to your buddies. You're not reloading mags, so you're not ready whenever it's your time to shoot. You're not pasting. You're not stapling up targets. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Do what you're supposed to do. You'll have a great match, I promise, okay? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what division you shoot in, whether you shoot in open, whether you shoot in PCC, carry optics, revolver, single stack, limited optics. I don't care what division you shoot in. We're all there for one reason, and that one reason is it's the hobby. It's what we love to do. It's a stress reliever. It's fun. Don't take it so seriously, right? Even if you're a sponsored athlete, right? And I only bring this up because I've shot with guys that are professionals, and I say guys, it's a small group of guys, right? It's a very small group of guys. I've met them thrice now, and every time I run into these guys, they are the biggest assholes in the sport, right? And they are good. They are good. They've either won or got like third place in the matches that I've seen them shoot. And they are freaking phenomenal shooters, but they're fucking assholes to be around, right? They are dickheads. They are the biggest jerk-offs in the sport, right? I won't drop any names. And a lot of people like these guys, right? They post a lot of content, and again, they are really good shooters. And I listen to a lot of stuff they say because they are really good shooters. But in person, they're so serious. I know it's their job, but they are so serious to the point where they're just unbearable to be around. So be kind, be courteous, be respectful, help pasty, help reset. Don't get in your head, have fun out there. And if you want to shoot a match with me, Element Training Complex, there's like 3-4 matches a month out here. Sign up for one. Let me know which one you signed up for. We'll get squatted together. Later.